everybody. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful start to their day. In today's training, we are going to be diving into, I would say, one of the biggest thorns in people's sides when it comes to using LinkedIn and that is creating engaging content. And what I'm going to go over with all of you today are 3 simple tips of how you can increase the engagement in your content on LinkedIn. So let's dive in. All right, so creating content on LinkedIn. Hey, Cindy, good to see you jumping on. As Cindy has done, please do drop into the comments below. Please say hi and where you are tuning in from, or hashtag live. Hashtag replay if you are coming in on the replay. And please don't forget to tag some people. Share this video. Leave me whatever reaction you would like to leave, whether it's a like, a love, a support, an insightful, whatever it is, just to let me know that you're resonating with this. But also don't forget to hit my follow button and turn on and ring my LinkedIn notification bell so you are notified of when I do go live, which is every Monday and Thursday morning, EST, between 10 and 10:30 a.m. EST. And Cindy is coming in from Arkansas, so it's good to see people coming in. So again, as Cindy is done, drop into the comments what city, state, country, province in the world you are watching this from. But also, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you are extremely happy with where the engagement in your content is, 1 being it needs some work. Whether you're live or on the replay, drop into the comments below, where would you rate your engagement in your content? So 10 being great engagement, 1 being it needs a lot of improvement, 5 is like somewhere in between. Where would you rank yourselves? Leave that in the comments below. Where would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Now, what I will preface this by saying is that engagement is not everything. It's part of the equation, because obviously you want people to engage in your content, to know that they're seeing value in it, number 1. But also number 2, it's more important for the quality of the content, because there's a lot of people that, in my opinion, try and cheat the system by entering in some engagement pod on LinkedIn. Some are free, some are paid. And basically you'll see all these likes and comments on someone's posts. So it leads the viewer to believe, man, this person is some sort of influencer. They're some sort of rock star because, they have 100 likes and 100 comments on every single post that they put out there. How are they doing it? Well, again, they may be a rock star, because some of those do exist on the platform, obviously, but there is a slew of people that are entering into these engagement pods because basically you come to this agreement that everyone will like and comment on each other's stuff, regardless of whether you resonate with it, read it, or even like the stuff. It's basically, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and let's try to beat this LinkedIn algorithm and show LinkedIn that, oh, people love our content. And the thing is, the content that people are engaging with that are in these engagement pods, they may not even necessarily agree with the content that's being pushed out. And it may be out of alignment. They're maybe not even agreeing with the messaging, but it becomes an obligation at that point. So I don't want people to be clouded by what they're seeing on LinkedIn. If you see someone that is getting a ton of engagement, like literally they can't miss, it's a home run every single time they put a post out there, again, that draws up some red flags for me, because I put content out there. I have a wonderful following, over 29,000 followers. Some of my content gets great engagement, and some of my stuff that I put out there, even though it's quality, it falls flat on its face because, again, LinkedIn pushes out what it wants to be pushed out based on the relevance of the content. So I don't want you to think that it's all about engaging and all about getting the likes and the comments, but you do want to see a consistent flow of people resonating with the content that you're pushing out there. So if all that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, drop into the comments, rate yourself. Scale 1 to 10. How engaging do you feel your content is on LinkedIn? And if you've come on late, hi and where you're tuning in from. As Cindy has done, let me know what city, state, country, province in the world you are watching this to and from. Please share this, tag some people. Don't forget to like, love, support, insightful, whatever reaction you would like to leave me. And please don't forget to hit my follow button. And also, please do not forget to ring my LinkedIn notification bell so you are notified of all the content that I push out. Now, let's dive in. So 3 ways and 3 tips on how to create more engaging content. So the first tip I have is use LinkedIn polls to your advantage. I've talked about this in previous trainings that there are two feelings on LinkedIn polls. There are people that love them, and there are people that despise them. Now, why do they despise this information? Well, what I'll say is this. LinkedIn obviously gave us this opportunity to poll our audience for not the reason of asking people how they take their coffee. Are they a cat or a dog person? When do they put up and take down their Christmas tree each season? They created the feature for LinkedIn polls for market research. So for anyone that does not know what market research is you, as often as you need to, taking the temperature of your target audience to find out what they're struggling with, what they need help with, what they need assistance with, and what they would like to learn. So I'll give you a prime example. Over the weekend, I did a LinkedIn poll basically that said, what is the biggest area of struggle that you're having on LinkedIn right now? And the 3 options were generating leads, closing sales, and creating engaging content. And I think my poll had close to 50 votes over the weekend. And over, I think 47% of the votes were for creating engaging content. So what that tells me is my target audience through that market research poll is telling me that these people need help in what they can do to create more engaging content. So as a problem solver and a solution provider, I jumped on here this morning to give everyone 3 helpful tips of what they can do to create more engaging content. So you want to leverage the LinkedIn poll feature at least once a week to find out what your target audience is struggling with, what they need help with, what they need assistance with, and what they need solutions for the problems that they have. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, if you've jumped on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from. I can only see that there are people on here. I don't know who is on here, but I always love seeing who's on here so I can thank you for your support. And if there's anything, obviously, I can do in return, I know actually who I can reach out to say thank you and see what I can do for you in return for supporting me. So as you do come on here live, say hi as Cindy did before, and where you're coming in from. If you're on the replay, obviously #replay. And hey, Tammy from Rhode Island, good to see you coming in here on YouTube. That's awesome. It's good seeing people across multiple platforms being on here, not just on LinkedIn. So again, you want to use these LinkedIn polls to your advantage. So once a week, you can do it over the weekend. You can do it midweek. You can do it at the beginning of the week. And what you want to do is you want to ask your audience a question in regards to something that you're struggling with, that they're struggling with, that you want to find out a solution for. Hey, Christine, good to see you. Aurora, Illinois. Awesome. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can, this is the best advice I can give all of you, is first and foremost, you want to write down. You want to write down some known pain points that your target audience has. So whatever it is that you do for a profession, however it is that you assist people, you want to make sure that you write down on a piece of paper the top 5 or top 10 known pain points or area of struggle that those people within your target audience are having. And these are the questions that you can then ask. What is the biggest issue you're having with your health and wellness goals? Eating right, drinking water, sleeping, other comment below. What is your biggest issue, or what do you need the most help with in regards to leading teams? Number 1, communicating. Number 2, setting proper goals. 3, other comment below. So again, you take the overarching theme of what it is that you teach, train, speak, and support upon within your business, and you ask your audience these known questions of problems that they are having. So again, you want to find out what kind of content to create. You find that content out by producing a weekly LinkedIn poll. Now, also, if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. And just so everyone knows, one of the most highly engaging types of posts that you yourselves can produce on LinkedIn are LinkedIn polls. They get great engagement. So, I produce LinkedIn polls, LinkedIn articles or newsletters, long form posts, documents. I do video. And I would say of the content that I produce on a weekly basis, the number 1 engaging content that I put out there are actually my LinkedIn polls, which is good because you want to find out that market research of what your audience needs help with so you can further create more engaging content. So again, pick a day to do a LinkedIn poll, use it to your advantage, find out those pain points. So again, from the results of the LinkedIn polls, that leads me to number 2, which is you can then do at least 1 LinkedIn live training per week. So again, when you do your weekly LinkedIn poll, you are gathering data. You are gathering information and market research as to what your audience actually wants to hear. I think this is the biggest misnomer. People think they have to come up with some sort of magic formula to create content that's going to just land and hit on their audience. It's not that at all. If you were just to ask your audience specific questions around what you teach to find out what they're actually struggling with, then you'll be able to create content around that. So I feel that people all too often, instead of talking about the things that people need to hear, they're talking about things that they want people to hear, because needs are much different than wants, right? It's not about what you want people to hear. It's actually what your audience needs to hear. And that's why LinkedIn polls are so powerful, because it can provide you that market research to then create further content. So I'm using myself as an example because this is exactly what I'm doing. So I did my market research poll over the weekend that revealed to me that my audience is struggling with creating engaging content. So now I'm doing a LinkedIn live training right now, educating and informing my target audience on 3 things that they can do to create more engaging content, which is duplicating my process. You guys hear the adage all the time: success leaves clues. So why would I not reveal and not tell all of you what I'm doing to get the engagement on the content that I'm getting and where I'm getting my content topics from? So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. So this is the strategy. You do a LinkedIn poll at some point during the week. It could be at the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, or at the end of the week. And then you go back and you look at that data. And again, why don't I just show you what this looks like? Okay. I'm going to bring up my profile and I'm going to do this. I think this is going to help you guys the most. I'm going to share my screen and you are going to see what I am talking about. So you can see right here. So this was from Saturday. I would love to hear from you on this topic. Each one of us is looking to improve and better our strategies of how we are using LinkedIn. What do you feel is the area that you need the most improvement in regards to how you are effectively using LinkedIn? What do you feel you can improve the most in how you're using LinkedIn, generating leads, acquiring clients and sales, creating engaging content? So there's been 50 votes so far, right? 50 votes so far. And you can see 46% is creating engaging content. Now, second to that was 28% acquiring clients, 18% generating leads, and 8% was comment below. So other people someone said all the above, right? So again, I also posted this just to let you guys know. I posted this in 2 other groups that I'm in. So I posted this in a group that I'm in, the Brain Expansion group. But look, 41% still, 41 content creation was the number 1 vote. And then I posted this in another group that got 19 votes, 68% content creation. So what that does is it proves my thought that people are struggling with creating content on LinkedIn. So you let the market research. So it's called split testing. So for those that don't know what split testing is split testing is when you take a thought and a theory or some sort of strategy or problem that people are having, and you test it on different markets. So in this example, I actually tested that within my network and 2 sub-networks, which are 2 LinkedIn groups. So I put that out to my general network, and I put it to 2 separate private groups that I'm in. And again, because I want that market research. So I tested a very large demographic of people between my network and these 2 groups. So if that makes sense so far, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. So doing a split test within your market research is also very important for you to do. I would say that's the next step and next level to everything. But you could start with that market research, and then you could do some split testing right within LinkedIn. So in that example, what I did was I got that market research, but also split test that market research within my regular LinkedIn network, and then 2 sub networks that I'm in within LinkedIn groups. And it proved consistent all the way through. The number 1 issue that people were having was creating engaging content. That was proved in my regular network and my 2 sub networks. So what you then want to do is you want to do at least 1 LinkedIn Live training a week. Now, why LinkedIn Live? Could you do a pre-recorded video? Absolutely. But why LinkedIn Live? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, people love feeling connected to other people. That's why I choose LinkedIn Live over other things to do. I can do a pre-recorded video, but what I love about LinkedIn Lives is I can then share this information in a live format, engaging with all of you, right? People can comment, people can ask questions in the chat as I'm doing this. They can share their thoughts and their feelings, but also people can watch the replay and then comment later. I feed off of engagement with a community. That's why I love networking. I love talking with people, and knowing that there are people on here live with me right now inspires and motivates me to be more present, but also give you the most value and the most bang for your buck, because all of you that are on here are giving me the most valuable commodity you can have, which is your time, which I honor, I appreciate, and I am super, super grateful for. So when you do these LinkedIn Lives, it allows you to kind of go through specifically these key points and key areas, solving people's problems, giving them the solutions for the things that they need help with. So again, using myself as that example, I did that poll question in my regular group, in my regular network, and those 2 groups that all proved that people were struggling with creating engaging content. And now I'm jumping on here and doing a live training on 3 ways to create engaging content. So it's all connected together. So again, if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. If you've come on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay. if you are watching this in on the replay, and for anyone that's on here live, I have a free gift for anyone that wants it. If you're looking to optimize your LinkedIn profile better and want to really take that next step, I have a free infographic that helps you create a better, streamlined and engaged profile on LinkedIn. All you have to do is drop into the comments the word profile, and I will send you the link of how you can download that infographic. But also, there's a free gift attached to it. I have a course called The 5 Layers of LinkedIn. It's typically a $200 course, but for anyone that downloads the infographic, all you have to do after you download it, you're going to see a little page that says, do you want access to this? There's a coupon code, the number 5, and then layers, which is explicitly written in that page. You get it for free. So not only do you get my LinkedIn profile optimization tool, but you also get that 5 Layers of LinkedIn course for absolutely free. Oh, and there's my boy Lauren. Good to see you, brother. Long time. And he says, profile, I will absolutely do that for you. So again, anyone that wants the free LinkedIn profile optimization tool, but also access to my 5 Layers of LinkedIn course for absolutely free using the coupon code 5 Layers, just do as Lauren has done and just type in the word profile. And Tammy, I will get that to you as well. Awesome. So again, going back to this is number 1, make sure that you use the LinkedIn polls to your advantage. Ask your audience questions. Then you want to do 1 LinkedIn live training per week. And my buddy Dan's on here. I'll absolutely send that to you, my friend. Now, that leads into the third and final thing. So you do your LinkedIn, and Christine, I'll send that to you as well. Not a problem. So you use that LinkedIn poll, find out that market research, do some split testing if you want to. Then you're going to obviously do that LinkedIn live training 1 time per week. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create a LinkedIn newsletter and add an edition 1 time per week. Now, why is this important? So just to let everybody know, in order to access the LinkedIn newsletters and LinkedIn Live, you need to turn creator mode on first and foremost. So if you haven't done that, you need to do that. So why are LinkedIn newsletters so important? Well, number 1, when you create a LinkedIn newsletter that is branded to you, your business, and the problems that you solve, when you create it, LinkedIn actually, on your benefit and on your behalf, they send an invitation out to every single one of your connections and invites them to subscribe to your newsletter. So I myself, I have close to 6,800 subscribers on my LinkedIn newsletter. But here's the other cool thing. Anyone that subscribes to your newsletter, if you create a weekly edition, I do mine every Friday, LinkedIn actually sends out a notification to let people know that you've just released a new newsletter edition, but LinkedIn on your behalf emails every single subscriber personally to say, hey, Scott just released a new newsletter, join the conversation and check it out here. So you want to talk about creating engagement. So I have, like I said, about 6,800 subscribers on my newsletter. Every newsletter edition I release, I have almost a 50% engagement rate, meaning it is viewed at least 3,000 to 3,500 times, or individuals. And that is an unbelievable engagement percentage rate for the amount of people that are subscribed to that newsletter. 10% would be good. I'd be happy with that, but it's more like almost 50%. So when you create a LinkedIn newsletter that is branded to the solutions, and mine is called LinkedIn Tips and Updates. So when someone subscribes to it, guess what they're going to be getting every single week when they check out my newsletter? They know that they're going to get some sort of LinkedIn tip or LinkedIn updates. So you want your newsletter to also be a solution-oriented newsletter that's solving people's problems. And again, LinkedIn is doing this for your benefit. They are, and here's the cool thing, every new connection that you make, LinkedIn also sends out a notification to subscribe to that person's newsletter. And if they do, so your newsletter is always going to build. And if they do, then they get that notification from LinkedIn and the email from LinkedIn to read your latest edition. But you need to be consistent with it, doing it every single week. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, these are 3 things and 3 tips that you can do to create more engaging content on LinkedIn. Use the LinkedIn polls to your advantage once a week. Find out that market research. Turn that into a weekly LinkedIn Live training, speaking to the pain points that the people are having, and then follow that up with a newsletter that speaks to the overall problem that your general network is having and the solutions that they need for the problems that they have. And make sure that you do a LinkedIn edition at least one time per week. Hey, Frank, good to see you coming on. Hey, Sarah. So again, for those that are coming on late, we're talking about 3 tips and 3 ways to create more engaging content on LinkedIn. And you may see people commenting profile. If anybody would like access to my free LinkedIn profile optimization infographic, just type in the word profile. I'll send you the link to download it. And also you'll be prompted to get access to my free $197 course for absolutely free by using the coupon code 5 layers of checkout. So you'll be able to get my infographic and free access to my course just for downloading it. So if anybody would like to start by optimizing their LinkedIn profile, just drop the word profile in the comments below, and I will send that over to you so you can get started. So again, remember, when you are looking to create more engaging content on LinkedIn, use the LinkedIn polls to your advantage. Do at least one LinkedIn Live training per week that's speaking to the problem that they have revealed to you, and create that newsletter so you can provide that long form content that engages them, but also it allows LinkedIn to be in your favor, rooting for you, sending out invitations for people to sign up for your newsletter and stay engaged with the notifications and the emails that they send on your behalf. So as always, drop into the comments below, what was your biggest aha moment and takeaway from today's training? Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.